It's Friday morning. Just pulled into the Mower to the rough and tumble parking lot. There's barely anybody here. It's like 8:40 in the morning. I don't know what time the show actually starts, but I'm early. I don't see any of the International Harvester guys here, barely. It's supposed to be an International Harvester show this weekend also. Let's hope that it picks up a little bit. Forecast is for rain, but so far it rained a little bit about 4 in the morning last night, but the radar looks clear right now until at least lunchtime. So that's great news. So let's see what kind of cool stuff we can find today. Leaf away attachment. The original bagger system. Alright, what do we got back here? Some Kohlers, a Briggs, and some kind of engine here. Hercules, Jaeger. Nice.
This is the kind of tractor that was featured in the ads. It didn't go over very well. When Studebaker took over Gravely around 1960, they told Gravely to get rid of time and make a four-wheel tractor. What's strange about this is that there was a firm making an unsafe tractor. They would take a Model L and pull a tractor body in front of it, and you would actually lift your feet on top of a 30-inch mower. The Gravely engineers didn't do that. Even better looking Westchester. Even better looking Westchester. This has a 50-inch rotor more called a top hat because the coverings over the spindles look like top hats. The other chainsaws, the temporary chainsaws, they had what looked like an outboard motor at one end and a handle at the other. So there would be two men wielding this thing to the saw. It would drop too fast, so there's just one guy on the back. So there's a man on the front with a handle while the chainsaw is running, trying to get a nice even cut down through this lawn. So once again, you look at it, what in the world, but it's actually safer, chainsaws, because you just had one man who had a 300-pound tractor between you and the saw, and it was actually very safe, and once again, it's adjustable. Okay, here we have Rick Nichols, who we heard up before. He's coming. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is Rich Nichols who keeps showing up here, and this is a special tractor because this is a Glenn Murdoch restoration. It's a 1935 Model D with an early reel mower. There are several types of reel mowers that were made for a Model D, This has vertical casting on each side, looks something like a banjo. There's other with a triangular casting. What's interesting about this is that wheel mowers actually preceded rotary mowers. Wheel mowers were and still are used for fine grass cutting, especially on golf courses. Nothing else that can cut like wheel mower. And also sickle bars. Waverly had a 3-inch sickle bar, which you can see over there, maybe, for weed and bright balls. This is Thomas Bogger from Eastern Pennsylvania. This is a Gravely 400 diesel mower. It's four-wheel drive. It has front rear steering and power steering. It has four-wheel drive and power steering. This is Gravely's largest entry into the commercial mowing market. It started its takeoff in 1970 and 1980. They at first had smaller mowers, but then they came up with this. And if you listen very closely, you can hear that Landmore diesel melody. They all sound alike, and the bigger they are, the better they sound. This is Gravely 400 diesel with mower. Thank you. 8-horsepower tractor. It has a Swift-O-Matic transmission, and flail mowers still are used for brush cutting. In fact, when I was coming up here with my wife Beverly, we saw several mowing projects by the side of the highway with these. The advantage is that they don't have one single blade that can get damaged and need replacement. They have a whole bunch of hammer knives in various configurations, in I configuration, Y configuration, painted and detailed. I really hope that you can see the work of the flowers, because it's just fantastic looking here, and I hope that you can see it. She's a Gravely girl. She painted the tractor, the mower, and also that matching car. Beautiful detail. Congratulations. Okay, here we have Mower from Davisville, Maryland, with 1970 L8, 7.6 horsepower. Also a rotary cultivator. And what's unusual is that it has the front wheels of a rotary plow. Usually they weren't used. They would just have the rotary tiller there, but it's a nice setup, and that's a beautiful, super affordable setup. Thank you. Okay. This is Ralph Briscoe with 1138. Gravely was realizing they were losing out on the lower end of the market, and so they made several attempts at front engine tractors with regular transmissions instead of their big gear, all-gear, rear engine, all-gear drive transmission. And 1138 means it's 11 horsepower, and it has a 38-inch mower. They were made for several years. They weren't that popular, especially with Gravely diehard, but this is a really nice example, and it runs well too. So thanks very much. Okay, this is Wayne Gearhart from Parsippany, New Jersey. That's a 1948L, which is a really, really nice tractor, and also has a saw, a smaller saw than the one we saw before, but the same principle. Tractor between you and the saw, and this would be for brush cutting at small trees, things like that. Thanks very much. And this is Don Langille, and this is a 20-year project. Made from an assortment of Gravely parts. It's the Tugger. It's advertised as Gravely Hockenson, which I've heard of. It also has 20 and 1/2 horsepower. And I just wonder what that could do with a 48-inch snowblower, but that's something for another time. So thanks, John. Okay, spinning gear. On the edge of the axle, make sure that next with the gear reduction, and it'll slow it down that way. So what happens is, can you run that gear reduction for us, back and forth. Now you pull it back into high, and move the tractor, move it forward a little bit when it's in high. You can see how much faster that is. And also, when he moves it back, it drops the ground speed by 50%, but it doesn't affect the attachment speed. So for snow blowing, plowing, heavy jobs, it's perfect. There's two unusual things about this tractor. First of all, he has the non-puncture, the semi-pneumatic tire that is designed to go through thorns, rocks, even fish hooks. Also, there are little guards on the front of the skid. But the most remarkable thing is that he has captured the Gravely elusive arm. when Studebaker took over Gravely in 1960, you got to brighten these tractors up. So what they did was to move from their dark red, black, silver to a kind of orange red. If you want to get a discussion going on the internet, you ask what's a close match for Gravely Studebaker red, and get all kinds of comments, maybe start several fights, arguments, but hey, you're sitting on the safe end of a computer. These things happen, but he did a really, really nice job of capturing that elusive shade of color that was used only at that time. Because after that, in 1967, Gravely revamped the whole line and then had the convertible 7.6s we've seen, and then also the yellow and white commercial tractors, the two-wheel commercial tractors and the four-wheel commercial tractors. The 424 was still traditional Gravely red, but the 430, 432, and then the 450 in 1970 were all yellow. So take a good look at this, because this is the closest match you're going to see outside of getting a time machine going back to 1963 and watching these come out of the factory. Thank you.
Shut your engines off. We have to have official drivers shut your engines off. Shut your engines off. Oh my God, isn't that wonderful? So here are the official rules. Are you ready? Rule number 1, there are no rules. We are going to start out here by starting your engine. You are allowed to start your engine as slow as you can, but you got to keep staying at it. Alright, so the guy who's pole starting the most is going to start last. Hence an advantage. You people with electric start are just kind of, I don't know what to tell you. So, I am very goal oriented. The goal here today is to get back to that registration place where he did the parade of power at the end of the tent up here, and you can select your path. You can select how you want to get there. So the whole Gravely area is open. Alright? You cannot stop for coffee. You cannot stop and buy something that I want to buy. Do we hear that? Nobody can sell these guys anything that I want. Alright? If you see them stop someplace, remind them you're racing. Okay? Did I say you could ask a question? Really? We've been doing this for how many years, Dick? You got a question? No, there's no snow in Pennsylvania. Question. Go. If you run out of gas, you're going to have to run to your vehicle and get gas. If you're not running, you're going to lose. As long as you look like you're running, you're still okay. And I remind you, you need to be done by lunch, because I'm going to lunch. Alright, so the person who's losing when I go to lunch is going to be the winner. Alright? Is that crystal clear? Ladies and gentlemen, attempt to start your engine.
Yep.
And we have our first loser. Already got started. Oh, there it is.
I thought there's no rules. Some kind of yellow rider. Ooh, 450. Check that bad boy out with a snowplow. Cool. Very nice. What a view, huh? That is a cool tractor here. 450. Trencher attachment. Now that's something you don't see every day. 15 hunch. Please like the video. Please comment. Please subscribe. It helps the channel. I could really use a little help in that department. A lot of you guys watch, but you don't subscribe. So I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. Thanks.